everyone, welcome back to another video, and in today's video, we and my friend here, Drake, who's back again.
Yo guys, what's up?
So yeah, he's back to do another podcast, and yeah, in today's video, we are just gonna do one on Mega Man 5. This is gonna be the first video in a series where we just do podcasts on all the Mega Man games.
Thanks for having me, Josh.
You're welcome.
Actually, I want to say something funny to you.
Yeah?
You know how you said, we have Drake back? Or, you know how, Proto Man is the one who, is faking out the other Proto Man in this game?
Yeah?
Well, what if I'm just the imposter of myself? How do you know it's me? Yes, play sus imposter music.
Boop, 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 boop.
So yeah,
Boom.
do you want me to start off this by saying how we got Mega Man 5, or?
Yeah, I mean, Mega Man 5 is your favorite Mega Man game, so sure.
Yeah, should I explain how we got to this conclusion on why we're starting with this one first, though?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be the one to say this. Me and, S.P.R.I.T.E Studios over here, we worked together, and I came up with an idea where we were like, what if we got those, like, Google knockoff, cheap, fortune spinner wheel things, on Google? Well, we were like, you know what, we're gonna make some more podcasts, and we were like, maybe we could see what order we're gonna do our Mega Man podcasts in, and guess what? Coincidentally, this one's my favorite, we started off with this one, we got this result first.
Bit sus.
At the end of this podcast, we're also going to, reveal the next game we're gonna do by spinning the wheel. So, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Josh, you say whatever you want to say, I guess.
Alright, this is not scripted because we're just talking. So, I guess we'll start off this, like, description, whatever, overview of Mega Man 5 with, like, the bosses, I guess, like, their design.
Or should we start off by saying, like, the story or something?
Yeah, that would probably be a better start.
Yeah. So, again, do you want me to say this, or do you want to mention it?
I forget the story.
Okay, so I'll say it for you guys. After 2 months after the events of Mega Man 4, Mega Man, is just chilling at his house, and then he thinks, I wonder what kind of robot Proto Man is. And he's about to ask Dr. Light, but is interrupted by Dr. Cossack, who's, for the last game, when he started to attack Mega Man, he has a, gift for Mega Man. In case Dr. Wily strikes him. And, he goes to Russia because Dr. Cossack lives there, to, see the project that Cossack has, when all of a sudden, while Mega Man is gone, Proto Man takes over Mega Man's town. So he has to go back to his, he actually lives in the United States. Actually, he lives in America, so he lives around where we do, which is really cool if you think about it. But anyways, once he gets home, he finds that Proto Man, the fake one, or actually, not the fake one, the real Proto Man, steals Dr. Light. And now, we have to go figure out why Proto Man is, stealing everybody, and we gotta save Dr. Light, obviously. We're just gonna keep him hanging or something. We also might encounter Wily on this journey. What do you think, Josh? Do you think we're gonna encounter him for the 5th time?
Nah, he's surely dead by this point.
Well, I mean, he did escape through a rotating door in the last game, so...
He probably, fell through a pit right after.
Yeah, just like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, got crushed.
Probably.
Yeah.
And so, me and Josh, obviously, have never played this game, wink wink, so we definitely don't know what the hell is going on. even though this is my favorite Mega Man game, I've just never played it before.
You're
obviously.
totally not playing it right now.
I'm definitely not playing it right now on my NES. So yeah, Q Mega Man 5. What are we gonna talk about first?
I feel like we should start off with the bosses.
Are you sure? That would be one of the last things I would talk about if I was hosting this, but obviously I'm not because I'm weird and disgusting, so...
I mean like the Robot Masters.
Yeah, I know. Sure,
I mean, it's the first thing you see when you boot up the game.
First thing you see when you boot up the game is...
You know what I mean.
Alright. Nope, this is your podcast, you get to choose, so... Are we gonna start with the Robot Masters first?
Yeah, and we're gonna go
I say that as I'm jumping into Gyro Man's boss fight.
And we're gonna go in the order that, well, we usually fight them.
Alright.
So I usually start off with Starman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick Star over here.
Because we start... I usually start off with Starman because he gives you two abilities, actually. He gives you the Super Arrow, and he gives you the Star Crash, the shield. So, one of the best shields in my opinion because it can it can actually absorb damage, which not a lot of and just like Dual Satellite, not a lot of weapons can do that. But like for example, Leaf Shield doesn't do anything. Besides you launching it, it doesn't even protect you from anything. So why even call it a shield? Skull Barrier from 4. It can take one hit. Star Crash, I think, can take like 3 hits, if I'm not wrong.
Which is fairly good.
Which is really good. You can have that thing out for a while. But if you come into direct contact with one of the enemies, it goes away instantly. So
yeah.
that's not a plus. But that's making a shield that is overpowered. So... And then we also have Dual Satellite and Water Shield from 9 and 10.
Which, we don't talk about those.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would love to talk about Dual Satellite, because it's my favorite Mega Man weapon of all time. So,
really?
I mean, besides Crystal Eye.
Yeah, but that's because Crystal Man's your favorite robot.
No! Just because I also love the design of Crystal Eye and how it, like, breaks into a few different balls.
Balls.
There.
Alright.
Like how it turns into a few different balls and like actually does quite a bit of damage on contact, which is really weird, but I'm not gonna elaborate on that.
So yeah, who do you usually start with after Starman?
Then I go to Gravity Man. I know quite a few people don't go to Gravity Man.
I do as well.
People are wimps and cannot figure out the right boss order.
I also go to Gravity Man right after Starman.
Yeah, so...
And I can't be the only one who thinks this. Gravity Man looks like Darkman 4.
Oh, God. The amount of times I've ever said that to myself is funny, buddy. I would go on another monologue explaining how much I talk about that.
But you've already gone on one.
But I've already gone on one, talking about the title and everything, and the story and everything. So I don't need to go on another one, because it's just going to make this podcast like 16 minutes longer.
Yeah, and also, Gravity Man's design is, like, really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. I've never really said this, because he looks really bulky. Gravity Man is one of my favorite Robot Masters.
Yeah, honestly, I can see that. He's not one of my favorites, personally, but he is very cool.
He is very, very cool.
Alright.
I'm currently, like, a little bit sick. Not like, well, yes, like COVID-19 sick, but I don't think I have COVID-19 or something. So I just thought I'd say that because I sound a little stuffed up a little bit.
Man, you lucky. I got COVID 20,200.
Yep. Gonna be too many COVIDs. Hey, just like Mega Man 10, the start of Mega Man 10, Robo-Enza. That's a good
The Sigma virus is coming.
The Sigma virus is coming.
Alright, anyway. Then I usually go to, I usually do it in order of weakness, starting with Starman. So then I usually go with, Gyro Man.
Yeah, I can definitely get alongside with that. Because, like, Gravity Hold is like, I don't know, Gravity Hold is just
Good.
a flash weapon, and it's like, yeah, cool, it took away gravity, like, Gyro Man, you're screwed. But, I don't know.
Gravity
It's
Hold
just,
is a bit like, you know.
Yeah. It's a little lackluster for a Mega Man weapon of anything.
But, Gyro Man's weapon is pretty unique.
It's one of the best weapons in Mega Man 5, which is hard to say because almost all of Mega Man 5's weapons are shit, unless you experiment with them. But I know two of them that I have never used and never will use ever in my entire life, and that is Charge Kick and Power Stone.
This is a hot take. I don't think the weapons are that bad.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I have actually used Power Stone in a lot of places. I've never used Charge Kick besides Wave Man, though.
And even then, he's not really that good at fighting Wave Man.
Yeah, like, sometimes you're destined to die before Wave Man, then you kill him.
Yeah. So, usually after, Gyro Man, then I go to Crystal Man, because weakness.
That's fair.
And I'll let you rant on about Crystal Man for a minute.
Why? Because he's my favorite robot master of all time?
Yep.
Okay, so, I just actually finished his stage right now, so,
Damn.
like, only a few seconds ago, like, I just got Crystal Eye. So this is easy to do because I actually have my copy of Mega Man 5 with me, and I gotta be honest with you guys, if you can ever buy an NES with the games, they're so much better than the emulated versions. I don't know what it is. Just the music and the graphics look so much better than they do on the emulated versions.
But then again, the emulated ones aren't bad. They're good. They're a fine way to experience it if you don't have an NES. But original is definitely better.
Is best, not better. It is best.
Yeah.
And so actually, I listened to New Game Plus's New Game Plus on Spotify. You might not know what that is, but it's another retro podcast. And, they've done Mega Man 5, and it's, like, one of the only episodes I've ever... It is the only, episode that I've listened to on their channel. And because I'm sook for Mega Man 5, obviously. And so, yeah, I love to do this kind of thing, because it kind of reminds me of New Game Plus, and like, we're actually sitting down and playing these games, and then reviewing it just like they do. Maybe it's not in the same week, you play one game per week, and then you change to a different game like they do, but it's so close, especially since we're like 13, 14, and 15 years old. I'm not going to disclose what age we actually are.
I disclosed it.
What?
I disclosed it. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Okay, we're 13.
Yeah.
So, actually, my birthday is in the next, it's on the 14th. So how many days? 9 days.
So you're still, so you're 13?
So I'm 12.
Okay.
I'll disclose that. Enough people already know. Like, there are so many bullies at my school, and, you know, Gen Z people these days, I don't want to sound like an old grandpa, but Gen Z people these days are like, oh, I'm going to record you, and then I'm going to post it on social media, and they never even really think about it, so it's just, I don't know, just one person at my school may or may not have disclosed every single important thing of my life.
This is really not a good time for my dogs to be barking.
Yeah.
But you can't really help that.
Thanks, dogs. We really need you to start barking in the middle of our podcast.
But, yeah, I think it's about time we move on to the next Robot Master, aka Napalm Man.
Napalm Man.
My favorite Robot Master from this game.
I also just want to say, boss weaknesses.
Oh, yeah.
This one from Crystal Man doesn't really make any sense at all.
I mean, the crystals might be hard enough to, like, indent on him, but, like,
I was also thinking maybe the Crystal Eye would plug his napalm bombs.
Yeah,
or, like, plug
yeah, that would
holes
make
his bombs
sense.
would come out of.
Yeah,
It would
because they
make
could
sense,
plug it
but
and
then
then
again,
he'll try
come
and
out of it.
launch his missile and then go.
But then again, it would make more sense because it would make more sense if they broke. Like, if the Crystal Eye broke before it hits him, and that would do damage. Because the big Crystal Eye is not going to do shit to him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
And then we go from Napalm Man to Stone Man.
Napalm Man is Stone Man. That makes sense. Almost like Bomb Man and Guts Man. It blows
Stoner
up rocks
Man.
and rubble. What?
That's not Stone Man. That's Stoner Man.
Stoner Man? What do you mean?
He's stoned.
Oh. Alright, anyways. So that would make sense, because just like Guts Man and Bomb Man, it would blow up the rocks, or the rubble. So that makes a lot of sense.
Then we have him to Charge Man.
I was thinking because it would power the train, or since trains run on coal, you're hitting him with coal instead of giving it. But I don't know.
I think it's because, like, if you put, like, a big rock in front of a train in real life, it will just, like...
obliterate the rock. That's the only problem. It wouldn't hurt the train at all.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
maybe it's because, like, if trains go into walls and they break. I don't know. Yeah, that one doesn't really make sense to me.
And then we have him to, what is it? We have him to...
Wave Man.
This one kind of makes sense.
No.
You know how trains are, like, really hot?
It doesn't really make sense, because you're just kicking him with the weapon.
No, let me explain why. In the manual, I think somewhere in the manual, it says Charge Kick is very hot. This would make sense, because it boils the water.
Oh!
Yeah, and then we go from Wave Man to Starman. Let me explain how this one makes sense.
Because it's water and stars are made out of fire, so it would put out the star.
Well, I mean, they're like mini suns. That would make complete sense.
Yeah.
And since there's no atmosphere, it's not like you can just evaporate a bunch of water, because there's no atmosphere to evaporate it in, so...
Yeah. So that's it for the Robot Masters. Overall, what do you think of the Robot Masters in this game?
My favorite one so far. The designs look really interesting. I'm not gonna say that about Charge Man and Stone Man, because
they look pretty mid.
And who? And who?
I said they look pretty mid.
Yeah, oh, I thought you said and something man, and I was like, what, and who? But yeah, so I can also definitely agree with that. These Robot Masters are the best design in the classic series, in my opinion, but then again, Mega Man 5, my favorite game.
Bit biased.
So I could be completely biased.
Yeah.
Or it's just because they look really good.
And we've also technically...
It's just because they look really good.
Wait, Drake, I gotta go for 1 second, so you can't... So, since we already covered the weapons, now you can go over, like, level design and stuff, okay?
Yeah, I was thinking about stages and stuff. Alright, so
I'll be right back.
Alright, bye, bro. So, yeah, like I was saying before, Mega Man 5 is really good. The level designs are built around the Buster mostly, but then you have to remember, some parts of some of the levels are built around the weapons, and that's where people are like, well, I've used the Buster so far, I'm gonna use it now, like right here, because it's just gonna speed everything up. Like in Gyro Man stage, this is a good example, because in Gyro Man stage there is that one section where if you use Power Stone in the right place, it kills all the enemies on screen, almost like Gravity Hold, but not exactly, because it's not a screen view, but it does kill every enemy on the screen, which is really cool. And also, I want to get onto the music along with the stages. They are making bass lines on chiptune. I can't overstate, I can overstate this too much, and I will overstate this too much. these are my favorite songs of all time. Not just from the NES, not just from video games, of all time. I don't listen to normal music, because you want to know what I listen to during class? All I hear is Stone Man Stage circling through my head. All I hear is Charge Man Stage just zooming around there. I just can't get enough of these songs. They are really good, and I can't just explain how well the songs are. I'm gonna sound like a broken record by the end of this, but they are just so good. I wish Josh was still here so he could understand, like,
Boo!
or not so he could understand. Oh, well, I mean, he is here now. I was just talking about, along with the stages, the levels or the music, and how it's like really good.
Yeah, I can't agree with that.
What do you mean you can't agree with that?
I said can.
Oh, sorry. My
It's fine.
iPad's not very loud because it might get feedback.
It's fine.
I also sound like shit, so I didn't think I would turn it up very loud. Mega Man music is some of the best music on this planet.
Yup.
That sounds like I'm over exaggerating.
No, I completely agree.
I am nothing to that because it is just so good.
Mega Man music in general, like any series, like Battle Network, X, Normal, ZX, all of it is just so good. Sure, some of them are
you
better.
gotta agree, the classic has the best series, and I'll point out some songs just from the classic series in general. Wily Stage 1 from Mega Man 9 is a really good tune. I love to just play that as much as I can. I also like Crystal Man Stage from 5. Wow, wouldn't you look at that? It's from the same podcast. Or it's from the same game. So that's really another really good song. A lot of people were probably expecting when I said Wily 1, they were probably sitting on their chair like, oh my god, he's gonna say it's Mega Man 2. No, Mega Man 2 is way too overrated. I've heard it too much times. It sucks. Get mad at me all you want in the comments. It sucks. It's not good. It's not lighthearted enough. Like, it doesn't have enough light tones. It's all just dark tone, which does not fit the Wily stage as well. Especially the first one. It's supposed to be upbeat, not like you're probably gonna die soon. That's what it sounds like. So I've also, in Mega Man 3, I also love Snake Man, Shadow Man, and Top Man's theme. They are such a good line. And even Spark Man's theme, I also really like.
Yeah.
So, I've talked way too much. I'm gonna pass it on to Josh again.
Alright, so since you just went over levels and music, I assume.
I didn't go over a lot of levels. I went over a lot of music.
Alright, well, we can go over some levels really quickly.
Okay, let's actually both do this together, include each other. I did say in, like, Gyro Man stage, Power Stone is kind of built around it, because, remember, there's that one instance where, there are these 3 enemies circling the screen, and you use Power Stone, and it kills all of them. But guess what? Most people go to the Charge Buster, because it's big, it's powerful, and it's the first thing that comes to mind, so you don't have to switch the screen.
Honestly, to all you people out there who only use Charge Buster in this game, if and when you do replay this, you actually try and experiment with the weapons.
Because a lot of the stages are built around them.
Yeah.
Like, what's another good example? Charge Man stage. That's really good with napalm bombs.
Yeah.
Napalm bombs come with a lot of, it's not the weakness of the boss, which makes it really good, because you can use it more in the stage, and also it packs a punch in Napalm Man stage. Like, I'm just playing, Charge Man stage. I'm playing Charge Man stage right now. It's kicking ass. I don't know what to tell you. It just is.
Yeah.
It's literally shredding every enemy in my path. And it's so nice to see that. Because I also love the little explosion that comes right after it. That's really cool.
I do also like Gravity Man stage.
Gravity Man? Yeah, that gimmick is really fun, where you pass that little line in the background, and then you go on the ceiling. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I think this is actually the first game that in the entire world that ever interpreted that. Now,
I will say I don't really like Stone Man stage.
It's okay. I'm gonna say something along with that. Stone Man stage is long. It's repetitive, and almost no weapons are built around it besides Crystal Eye, and that's it.
Yeah, so I don't really like it.
Even then, there are only a few instances where you even use Crystal Eye in that stage. But those little floating disc things, those really get a punch from Crystal Eye. So, I don't know what to say besides, yeah.
Alright. Well, that's all I have to say about the stages, unless there's any other you want to talk about.
No. Let me think here before we say that. Also, I also kind of like the gimmick of Starman stage. It kind of takes the design of Dive Man stage and Bubble Man stage. It kind of says, like, you know what? Let's finally put you in space. Which they've never really thought about that before, I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Mega Man 3's whole plot is based around different planets, but that doesn't count because there's no low gravity on that game. So, yeah. I will say this, Mega Man World 5 actually does have quite a few gravity gimmicks, just like Starman, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, that's not really Mega Man 5.
Yeah, so...
Are there any other you want to talk about?
No, that's all the stages I can really think about.
Right.
That I really... Hey, actually, before we move on, fun fact. Did you know that Mega Man 5 was banned in Vietnam
because of Napalm Man?
Because it replicates the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I think it's really rare, because it didn't come out in a lot of places. Sometimes because of the same reason. And that's a real shame, because a lot of people didn't get to see how good of a game this was. And that's another reason why people don't talk about it that much, because they have never played it, and they also get a bad rep when they hear it's been banned in a lot of places, right?
Yeah.
And it frustrates me to hear people say that they don't care about it because they've never played it, or they just thought it was very lackluster.
Yeah.
And it just didn't bring a lot to the table. It did. And I just don't like to hear people say 2 is the best because it's easy. Mega Man is supposed to be a challenge for people who aren't pussies.
Yeah.
Not something that's supposed to be easy. So it's supposed to be really hard.
That's why I think if you were to play that's why I think if you were to play 11, like if any of you were ever to play 11 for the first time, play it on Superhero, because normal mode, I will say this, it's hard, but it's easy.
It is.
I would recommend, even if it's your first time playing, play on Superhero mode. I know I sound crazy for saying that, but nah.
I've also played it on Superhero mode. It's not even that bad on Superhero mode.
The only real challenge I found on Superhero mode was Blockman, and in general, I hate Blockman.
Yeah, I was also about to say, is it Blockman? Because the thing that kills the fight is the second form of Blockman.
Yeah.
Like, that is really hard. One, that is really hard to dodge. Like, extremely difficult. And that's saying a lot because I've beaten every game in a row without getting a game over. I did that once. And that's saying the same thing for 7. I'm not trying to be a show-off here, Josh, but, I've beaten the final Wily fight of 7 without using a single tank in the
No
entire
way.
fight. Whether you believe me or not, that's you to decide. But if you do believe me, stick with me here. I'm gonna say that's really hard for me to say that Walkman is hard, but he is. I had to use a few tanks on Walkman, and I was trying hard.
Yeah.
That shows how bullshit it is.
I think it took me probably 20 game overs before I could beat him.
Exactly. And I'm not even gonna say that that 20 is an overstatement, because it probably isn't. That fight is so hard.
So I think we've talked about enough about other games instead of the one we're here to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think next we should talk about the Wily bosses.
Alright. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Or that we are missing?
Well, actually no, we should talk about the Wily stages now.
Like, there's nothing else we have missed, right?
No, nothing that I remember.
Alright, actually, yeah, I'll do this after we do the Wily stages. So let's go on to the Wily stages, Josh.
Yeah, isn't there a proto castle in this game or no?
Yeah, there's Proto Castle. And that's another song that I also forgot to talk about. The stage song for that is really good.
Oh wait, weren't the Darkmen in this game, or were they in 4?
They were in this game.
Huh, I remember them being in 4. That just makes my Gravity Man to a Darkman 4 even more. Whew.
Yeah, and we also gonna say that, Darkman 3 is quite vile, if you catch my hint there.
Yep.
And speaking of Proto Castle, I just arrived there, so
nice.
This is gonna be easy to talk about, because I'm already there and can already talk about it.
I will say, I like the, I like this castle design more than all the Wily ones.
It's my favorite castle that I've ever seen in any Mega Man game.
Yeah, definitely the best looking castle, but that's just because I like Proto Man.
I like it because it has a slick design, not because I like Proto Man, because it has a very, very slick design.
Which is fair.
Yeah, it looks like if I was to show you to this and you're a new Mega Man gamer, you're probably gonna be like, wow, that is crazy. Oh shit. Okay,
should we talk about the Darkmen now?
Yeah, I was just playing Mega Man 5, right? And yeah. I kind of forgot the letter A.
Damn.
And I entered the castle stages before I noticed.
Damn.
So now I guess I'm playing the rest of the game without B.
That sucks.
Because now, because you can go back to the stage select once you've started the stages, the end game stages. So, well, that sucks.
So, do you want to start with the Darkmen now? Talk about them?
Oh, sure.
Because they're mainly the thing with the Proto Castle.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, you're right.
So,
God, why was I like, yeah, why was I like that?
So, the first one is Darkman 1. What do you think of him?
Darkman 1. Ooh, that is hard. I think he is weak, very weak.
But I do like his design, though, with the 2 Mega Busters and the tank design.
It just looks weird.
I like it, though. I might just be biased, because green's my favorite color.
He looks like you know how a corn, like a baby corn looks exactly like how it looks like a miniature version of a piece of corn.
Oh.
That's kind of what I think here. I kind of think he looks like a baby little tank.
I can see it. What do you think of Darkman 2?
Oh, Darkman 2.
I feel he's a bit basic.
Yeah, all it is just, he has a shield now, but he just walks around the state. It's like...
The only thing that's different between Darkman 1 and Darkman 2 is that 1, he has hands, and 2, he can walk.
Yeah, he has feet now.
Yeah. What do you think about Vile? I mean, Darkman 3. Bro.
But, if you didn't catch my joke, why does he look exactly like Vile?
Zero idea.
Difference there.
Oh man, you're kind of cutting out a bit.
What? I'm cutting out?
Yeah.
Am I back? Am I back?
No, not really.
Really?
Now you are.
Okay, sorry about that. Is the podcast still going?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes, me and Josh live far apart, so, I'm actually on a call right now.
Yeah.
I just switched over to Ninja Gaiden 3 instead of playing Mega Man 5, because, God, I don't want to play the game without beat. That's so painful. And so, I just wanted to find a game DD code, and I'm gonna try to beat the game when we talk here again, so,
Alright, so Darkman 3, aka Vile.
Yeah? AKA Vile. Hey, Dr. Wily, here's my theory. Dr. Wily may have actually found the corpse of him, and may have actually found the corpse of Darkman 3 and used him as Vile. That would be cool, because I know Darkman 3 and, I know Vile was, Wily's creation in X, so,
Yeah.
it's just a theory, a game theory, but, yeah, well, much besides that.
And also, Darkman 3 is definitely my favorite, mainly because I like his design,
Looks like Vile?
and also because he looks like Vile.
Yeah, alright.
And what about Darkman 4, the Gravity Man knockoff?
I like how he looks like he's a dumb.
Yeah.
And here's another theory I have. What if Wily used Darkman 4's corpse to make Gravity Man, but it's pretty stretchy because you could just say the same thing for any Robot Master and be like, why didn't he use, like, Crystal Man or something like that?
But
so,
then again, you fight Gravity Man before Darkman 4.
Oh, right, and he's disguised as Proto Man, so...
That's also why I like Darkman 4 more than Darkman 1 and 2. I like how he's disguised as a Proto Man.
Okay, I can see that.
So...
That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a cat in my hands right now.
Aww. What are your cats' names again?
Jello and Evie.
Aw, they're so cute.
I know, you're so cute. So...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now on to the, Wily stages.
Yeah, I thought the song for these stages were, like, pretty bad.
Yeah, I thought they were okay at some points, but overall pretty meh.
Okay, I don't want to be that guy. The worst Wily stages... No, okay, there's also 2. Completely forgot 2 existed. But, some of the worst Wily stages there are. I will be honest, the best Wily stage music, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, is, Mega Man 6's.
Okay.
Mega Man's, or Mega Man 3's. They are almost exactly what I want inside of a Mega Man. Like, it's perfect Wily music. It's Wily music at its pure.
Yeah.
I would say it's Wily music at its prime, but that sounds stupid. So I'm not gonna call it.
So I forget the bosses from the Wily stages actually.
So there's Big Pets, which is that big towering dude that shoots his body parts at you when you shoot them.
Oh yeah, I think that's a pretty unique boss.
Very unique, especially since they've had all these different kinds of bosses. That is something that's a treat.
Yeah.
That's like a very big treat.
Very, very big treat.
that they had something like that. And it is disturbing, but whenever I hear Big Pet's name, I always think of Big Pecs, which sounds weird, but it's whatever. Capcom, why'd you name him that?
Isn't there a devil in this game?
Any devil? No, there's no devils, which makes this game 1,000 times better already.
Oh, come on, the devils are cool.
Dude, okay. Devil Mark 3 or Devil Mark 2 was pretty bad.
Yeah, but in general, I like the what are they called? Devils.
The first one I like. The second one in 3 I don't like.
Oh, maybe they didn't. I think they made Darkman 4 look like a devil because they didn't have a normal devil in this game.
Again, another theory. It could be possible that they did that. It probably is, because it looks like a devil.
Yeah, maybe. But that's just a theory.
It just doesn't shoot any of its body parts out like the devil, so that also could be another thing that makes it very weird. But
then again, it does shoot out its shields. It
does shoot out shields.
But that's big stretch.
Oh my god. I just forgot about that. And dude, it shoots. After it shoots and then moves to the other piece of the screen, it shoots you.
Yeah.
It's just the devil. It's the devil. It's the devil of Mega Man 5.
They should get me on Game Theory.
I've never tried to ever think about it like that.
They gotta get us on Game Theory, bro.
Dude, I gotta be on Game Theory. Because, dude, I would be able to talk on Game Theory for hours about Mega Man, like any Mega Man theory.
Yeah. Too bad they only made 2.
Yeah.
And
they're all really good. You should go watch those.
Even though they are kind of inaccurate.
Yeah.
Alright, so, are there any other Wily bosses besides the Wily machines?
No. And if there is, that's just showing how unmemorable Mega Man 5 is, which hurts me to say, but it's just, Mega Man 5 is the most memorable game to me in the whole series, up to this point.
Yeah.
But I gotta be honest, Mega Man 5 doesn't bring that much new things, or that many new things. So, actually, I'll say this, really quickly. I know we were done with levels, but this is the first time this gimmick was ever introduced in any video game entirely. Darkman 4's level.
Yeah. I love that level, bro. Where it comes down. I love it.
Yeah, you gotta shoot those blocks and the building comes down. That is the first game that ever in the entire world that incorporated that.
Yeah, man, I love how that works.
And to be honest, I would say what kind of crack was Capcom on when they were thinking that, but it's a good idea, so I'm not gonna say that.
Alright, so, are we gonna move on to Wily Machine?
Sure, I would. Okay, first form looks like one of those bears on those, like, on those tricycles at the circus.
Yeah.
It looks like this massive-ass thing on these tiny little wheels.
Wait, what?
Like, it looks like this massive skull on these tiny little wheels. Does it not look like that?
Yeah, it does.
It looks unproportionated. Now, that doesn't... Now you might be like, Drake, what is that supposed to mean? I have OCD.
Yeah.
So that is a big factor for me. I don't think any of you will care enough, but just... I don't like things being unproportionated, but I'm not gonna let that affect this review. Wily Machine 1, I don't, like the first one, I don't like it. Like, I don't like the first phase, it's weird, it's unproportionated, it looks weird, it looks uneven and stuff like that. But second form, when he's in the capsule, you need to get beat, which is the one thing I didn't get. You need to have B for Wily, the last Wily,
Yeah.
machine. Actually, I have I have a sad fact for you.
Yeah.
About B.
Whoa.
You may have already known this. You cannot use B in boss fights in later games.
No.
So look at this. Mega Man 6, he can't attack bosses at all. He can only attack normal enemies. 7,
Yeah.
you can find him in Slash Man stage if you burn down the final tree before you go into Slash Man's fortress.
Yeah.
All he does is you get 4 uses of beat, and all he does is pick you up from pits if you fall in them.
Yeah.
So, like, so much for that.
Alright, so,
And then 8, all he does for 8, he doesn't attack things. What does he do again in 8?
I don't know.
Doesn't he just drop a bunch of stuff onto the bosses?
I don't know.
So, yeah, that's what he does. So he doesn't really attack anything. He kind of just stands there and helps Mega Man be like, hey, stop doing this, bad guy. And then in 9, he just helps you from pits, right? Same with 10. And 11, he helps you from falling into pits. So, well, it's pretty bland.
Beat has definitely gone worse over the years.
He has gotten so much worse. Every game after this one, he gets worse and worse and worse, and it never gets better.
Yeah. So.
But then again, you could put up the argument, Beat was overpowered in 5.
Yeah. Isn't this the game where after you beat Wily, Mega Man holds up the building?
Yep. And that two of Mega Man's biggest beats are from titles that both have 5 in it. Mega Man World 5. Mega Man is able to withstand being on Jupiter without getting crushed. So that's pretty impressive, I gotta say.
Also, another one of his greatest feats is going through space without even, like, giving a sweat.
Yeah, on Jupiter.
No, I mean in Mega Man 3 where he's just all over space.
Well, I mean, then again, he could just be using a rocket ship or something, or teleportation.
Or Rush.
Rush Jet? Yeah, no, that would work. Mega Man has used Rush in space before.
Yeah. And another one of his final greatest feat is holding up the giant Wily capsule.
Which is the end of this game. That weighs over 250,000 pounds.
And also, I never put this together before, but the reason it fell apart is because you're destroying it in the stage in Darkman 4.
Yeah, but it's not the same stage.
Oh yeah, I'm dumb.
I think just like 4, Dr. Wily did a self-destruct sequence or something stupid like that, and so that's why it started exploding. I think that's why.
Yeah, well, is there anything else you want to talk about with 5?
No.
Yeah, because that's all.
I want to actually do something before we end this podcast.
Yeah.
Just like New Game Plus's podcast, I want to, it was Thanksgiving last year when that podcast came out, so I want to do something to make it at least closely similar. Thanksgiving is on Monday, right?
Yep.
And so I wanted to wish everybody I wanted to see who we're thankful for in our lives.
So you can go first.
Yeah, I'll go first because you probably haven't really thought about this yet.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for my family, and I'm also thankful for. I'm going to start be thankful because I haven't really started it yet. I'm gonna start being thankful for the people on this who are supporting me and mostly Josh, but who are supporting S.P.R.I.T.E Studios 2010. This is a really cool. It's really nice that you guys are doing this. So I also love the fact that your dogs love to bark.
Oi, knock it off!
Yeah, they're crazy.
But cute.
Anyways, so just yeah, things. Mega Man 5 is one of the best games in the Mega Man series in general for quite a differential amount of reasons. I'm not gonna go over all of them because there's just too many to. So yeah, I'd actually want to see how or what you guys think of Mega Man 5 in the comments below. Would you give it a really good Mega Man approval, Josh?
Yeah, I'll give it the Mega Man stamp of approval and the S.P.R.I.T.E Studios stamp of approval.
And you get this too. I give it like we're also doing trophies and stuff. If you give it a trophy for anything,
Okay.
if you want to, so I give it my drakemoto25 seal of approval. I give it my Mega Man stamp of approval, like my good Mega Man game stamp of approval, and
Yeah.
I give it a reward for being the best Mega Man game of all time.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's the
so
best in my opinion, but
people just don't notice these days.
they just don't give it the respect it deserves.
It deserves. It's so fun. It also is very diverse and it shows the people what it can do with its it also shines a lot and it almost is a title that is asking or is telling the NES to be proud of its hardware limitations. Cause Mega Man 5 is a really good game. Like it was able to accomplish a lot back in 1992, and it still accomplishes a lot to this day.
So yeah, I'm really glad that I got to do this with you today, Drake.
Yeah. And before we finish this off, let's see what game we're gonna be playing next.
Alright, I don't have the wheel on me, so, what, we already spent it, didn't we?
No.
Oh yeah, hang on, I'll pull it up on my phone here.
Alright.
You guys might be able to hear this, you might not. Alright. Let's spin it. Hang on, I gotta find it really quickly. Hang on, sorry this is taking a while.
Oh, that's fine. Actually, while you're doing that, I want to be thankful for everybody who's currently watching this and supporting his channel, not mine. I am really appreciative of it, and it would really help if you liked and subscribed to the video, and remember, hit the bell for notification. No, just kidding. I mean, you can do those things if you want, but...
Alright, I'm gonna spin it.
Alright, spin it. And it is Mega Man
9.
Mega Man 9. Alright. Oh, that's a really good title.
Yeah,
Wow.
Mega Man 9's a really good one.
Oh, this is considered to be one of the best Mega Man games of all time.
Alright, well, my phone's at 5%, so we're gonna end this up now.
So it's a good thing we're ending it here,
yeah.
Of all places, because, your phone is almost dead, and, my brain is almost dead from talking about Mega Man for so long.
So yeah.
It's time to finish this off, so,
yeah,
thank you, everybody, for, watching this podcast. Again, just like we did last time, if you have any good ideas for a name for our podcast, give us a shout out of our messages. So yeah,
we'll see you guys in the next one.
This, Josh?
What? So yeah, we're gonna see you guys in the next one, which will either be a Mega Man 9 podcast or something else that I've been cooking. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and bye.
Wait, what?